Hi guys, it's indeed a pleasure to have with me Chidambaram and Venkatesh. Both of them are working at Dentsu World Services. Chidambaram is a QA architect and Venkatesh is a security expert. I would request one by one to basically ask them and request them to talk a little bit about themselves a little more, right? So Chidambaram, can you let our audience know a little bit about you, and then Venkatesh can speak a little later, okay?
Yes, first of all, thanks, Aditya. It's been a great pleasure and honor to be here for the third time in a row. I've been with this ATR from 2018. I should appreciate that it's been a great platform and a global retreat and a testing platform, and every time it gets better and better. So it's been an absolute pleasure and honor to be a speaker in this great event. Thanks for that, Aditya. So I'll quickly introduce myself. I'm Chidambaram Vetrivel. I'm working as a QA architect with Dentsu World Services. I've been associated with this organization for the past 5 years. I almost have close to 12 plus years of experience in the IT industry, but almost 4 years of experience with the security testing and non-functional part. We've been working with the e-commerce platform and e-commerce domain for the last 5 years. Having said that, we are taking care of this PCI DSS audit for the organization. I hope people are aware of about this PCI. I'll just have a quick introduction. It's nothing but payment card industry data security standards. So this is being controlled by a major ones like MasterCard, Visa, and they run this audit every year to ensure that we have just following the compliance, and the compliance is for every year. They do an audit and give us compliance because this brings a reputation to the organization, and we've been compliancing it for the last 8 years. So I myself and Venkatesh are part of it. I think you all know that we are going to take a topic about this manual security checklist. So this is just came into just once we started with the audit, we just came up with a different set of questions, different vulnerabilities that has been coming every year, top 10 WASP, it gets changed every single time. So all these factors played a vital role in doing the security testing. At times we might miss a couple of issues or vulnerabilities that has failed to capture using the automated scan, and that's where we add this topic of this manual security checklist. So yeah, I'll give a brief idea about how it is and what we do and how we follow in the organization. So that's pretty much about myself. I think Venkatesh can take it from here.
Thank you so much. Yeah, go ahead, Venkatesh. You are on mute, Venkatesh. Yes.
Yeah. Hi, Aditya. This is the first time I'm attending a ATR GTR for global testing. I'm very excited. And coming to myself, let me introduce quickly myself. My name is Venkatesh Belde. I have a 9+ years of experience in non-functional testing in various non-functional testing classes such as the performance automation and the security. And I'm a part of the security focus group member in my current organization, that is Dentsu World Services. And today's topic is the manual security checklist. And this is very important because most of the organization are using a different automated tools. Okay, but all the automated security tools which we are using, right, that have a certain limitations. So we have identified and we have created one security checklist. So all the security vulnerabilities that we have to verify manually, because the tools are not that much of intelligent. The human can only decide whether it is a security vulnerability or not. With that intention, we have created, and this will be helpful for everyone in their organization, whether it is a e-commerce or any web application. Mainly, we are focusing on the web applications. Yeah, this is about myself.
Yeah, very nice. In fact, brilliant topic. See, security testing has always been something which is intriguing for everybody in the testing space. And I'm sure that the kind of topic that you guys have, which is all about adequacy in manual security testing checklist, and we already heard Chidambaram, and now you speak about a little bit about it. With a follow-up question, I want to understand that for someone who is not into security testing, do you think it would be really easy for them to pick up this security checklist, or does it require certain kind of security testing mindset? How would you recommend this for the audience? This special session, I would say. Yeah.
Yes, that is a very nice question, because we have kept in mind that in this global testing, the testers are attending this mostly because that is very important as a part of the the QS. So we have created a one vulnerability application so that it would be easy. Even if I talk 10 minutes or 20 minutes also, it would be very difficult to understand. So what we did, right, we have created some vulnerability application so that we can practically show them this is the where we are getting the vulnerability. This is how we need to reproduce this request. So it would be very easy to understand. We have kept in the mind, and it would be very easy. Yeah, it is not required any prerequisites.
Very
So
nice.
just to
Yeah,
add,
go ahead, Chidambaram. Yes, please
yeah,
go
just
ahead.
to add what Venkatesh was saying. So see, this all came into my mind once we started understanding that why don't we implement this manual security checklist right from the scratch? Like what happens after they complete a project deployment and once build kits, we do a security scan. So it's something where we are just way ahead. So what we thought is like we want to introduce a security testing part where it is done when the testers are doing that basic level of testing, and that's where we had this checklist implemented. So every QA in organization in the floor has to ensure that they follow the security checklist when they're doing a testing. You can call it any testing, UAT, regression, smoke, whatever it is, but they have to make sure that they need to follow the security checklist. By this way, right, we can ensure that even a small minor glitch or a small minor issue or any vulnerability that can be handled right straight once the code is deployed from the developers. By this way, right, we can have a good practice of maintaining a security checklist. And the most important aspect about this checklist is, right, this checklist is open to change actually. So for this year, we might have a new one that is come into picture, and tomorrow we might see a different security issue across the floor. And the best practice what we follow in the organization is, right, we might have multiple projects. If any project sees a vulnerability, the first thing what we do is like we log a defect, and that defect will be shared across all the projects in the floor. So they will test the exact same defect in the other projects to ensure that we don't have a replication like that. This can be handled using this manual security checklist at the early stage of testing. And just tell you what this been proved so effective. And every time an auditor visits our premises, right, because it's a shuffle of different auditors visiting London from on every audit basis, so they're pretty much happy with what we are doing actually. So they even they wanted us to showcase this in a wider forum, in a global forum, to ensure that even the other e-commerce platform that just wanted to follow this. So I think what we have introduced is going to be a major change and a major breakaway in the global forum actually. That's why I just wanted to bring it out to everyone in the space.
I'm sure this would be something which would be one of the highlight sessions, and I would, based on whatever I know, because see, we have seen a lot of people in the testing world. Security has been an enigma, and to have somebody basically go to a level that they can actually bring up their skills in this area and share their knowledge and share this checklist is really wonderful. So I definitely don't want to basically steal the thunder away by asking more questions about the session. We would like to know more about little bit about something which probably nobody else knows. So Chidambaram, would you like to share something which is basically some secret about you, that you probably have some other passion and you go for that while you basically come out of the office, or what exactly would you like to do in your free time, and would you like to share that information with the audience?
Yeah, see, apart from what I do in office, yeah, I know sitting in office and working is something that that keeps you always occupied. But apart from that, I'm a travel freak actually. So I tend to travel a lot. Well, I'm a plophile and a dentrophile. I love rain. I love mountains. So these are the two things that excite me always. So when monsoon hits, I mean, you can call it southwest monsoon or northeast monsoon, no matter what it is. So that is the two monsoon available in India. So whenever it hits, right, you won't see me in office. I used to take some leaves. I used to travel. I used to ride in rain actually. So those are the two things that excite me always. And I really found it as my passion, and I've been doing it for the past 12 years.
Wow.
And wildlife photography. Those two things keeps me fresh actually. If you ask me honestly, that keeps me fresh
Both the
actually.
things, I think we are very happy to know that you are doing a wildlife photography. If you have certain photographs and you want to share with us, we'll probably showcase it on your profile as well, so that you
Yeah,
can.
for sure. I can share it with you, Aditya.
Yeah, very
I'll
nice.
have a tag inside that and I'll share it with you
Yeah,
for
please
sure.
do, please do. And Venkatesh, can we hear from you as well on the same question that I asked Chidambaram about what exactly drives you, what is your passion, and certain secrets that you would like to share with the audience?
Yes, yes, Aditya, but I haven't, as of now, I haven't revealed anything. But no, you have. I'm very much interested in the digital currencies and the crypto blockchain, how the blockchain technologies works, and what is the different cryptocurrencies, what is the major change. We are coming in the Web 3.0. That's the reason the Facebook has been renamed as a metaverse. Now the coming the world is the Web 3.0. Currently, we are in Web 2.0. Yeah, that is I'm learning, and I'm very much interested to listen to these conferences and the sessions, how the world is going to change after releasing the 3.0, Web 3.0. Yeah, I'm very much interested. And most of the time, when I get the free time, right, I will be reading these
Amazing.
articles.
It's a very cutting edge. In fact, I would talk to you separately on how do we test any blockchain and the crypto kind of a work, which will be separate, not in this discussion right now. Very nice, but I'm really excited to hear both of your great passion that you carry. One, maybe a small, do you have 5 more minutes? Maybe we can just take
Yes,
one
yes.
more question.
Absolutely fine.
Sure.
Go ahead, yeah.
Can you talk about the current city and your hometown, and what is the specialty from both the places? Like if you are basically currently in your hometown, you can talk a little bit about that. We can begin with Venkatesh and then we can come to Chidambaram too, right? So
Sure. Yeah, currently I'm located in Hyderabad. My hometown is in Hyderabad only. I was born brought up in Hyderabad. As everyone knows, that Hyderabad is famous for biryani.
yeah,
Everyone
paradise
asks
biryani.
me,
If I'm
paradise
I've been there,
biryani and the halim.
yeah,
Different kind of dishes and food lovers.
yeah, very
And
good.
also we are very great visiting places like Ramoji Film City. Everyone will call me who are not in Hyderabad, right? They will ask me what is the Ramoji Film City timings and where is the Bahubali set and all those things questions they
Very
will
good.
ask.
Yeah, I think we have to plan some event out there in Hyderabad. Maybe Chidambaram, you can help me out. Maybe a meetup sometime next year in
Sure. I
your
mean,
company. Yeah.
I had a chance to meet Venkatesh this year, off late in February. So we had some good time actually. After I'm seeing him after 2 years actually.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
well, Aditya, I'm basically from South. I mean, we both are from South, but I belong to a different state. I belong to Chennai actually now. You know how Chennai is all about, and it's one of the major metropolitan city. Having said that, I was born and brought up, raised everywhere in Chennai, and just last 2 years I've been working with Pune. Then after this COVID came in place, right, I just moved myself from Pune, and I'm working remotely in Chennai. And if you ask about Chennai, there is one interesting fun fact that I came to hear about. So if you ask anyone from India that what's the most visited place in India, people would have had different choices. I mean, people from north will say Taj Mahal, people from south will say some interesting topics. But after doing the research, right, I came to know Mahabalipuram is the most visited place in this year actually. That was
Amazing.
the super fun fact I heard actually. But you asked me off late, I didn't visited Mahabalipuram. But yes, that's been a beautiful place. I mean, for the next 3-4 months, it's going to be a great climate in Chennai because northeast monsoon is going to hit,
Yeah.
and you can find Chennai a bit cooler than how it is used to be because we just have only 2 seasons. It gets hotter and hottest every time.
Yes. No, I'm aware. I have lived in Chennai for around a year, sometime back in 1995. One thing that is very special about Chennai, and to the audience, don't get me wrong. I think Chennai is probably one of the only metropolitans which has got heart. Okay, that is my personal belief,
I mean,
especially with
thanks.
yeah, and
Yeah,
I
thanks.
really love the city.
I'm
Everybody who out there is really welcoming, and I really respect people out there. They're so loving, so respectful, and they would help go out of the way to help. Even the taxi drivers, the auto rickshaws, all of them speak English, which is amazing. So that is one thing which is very special about Chennai, guys. So this is based on my experience. Anyways, Mahabalipuram is something that we should all visit, and obviously
sure.
Pondicherry is nearby, which is also a great city to go to.
Yeah, I mean, you can host an event. Mahabalipuram is capable of hosting a big event because the stretch from Ennur till Mahabalipuram is almost close to some 47 kilometers. Straight stretch that you can see for almost for 2-3 kilometers. You know, right? This is the world's second largest beach is out there in Marina. So yeah, you'll have some fun facts. And Chennai is getting a bit faster. Metro rails are in progress. I
Yeah.
think we have been connected all the way end to end. I think Chennai is getting a little bit faster.
No, it is. It is definitely one of the best cities I would have basically lived in. So I have stayed in many cities across the globe, and I really love Chennai. So, but again, this is my personal belief. So, guys, I was in Mumbai for 18 years. I love Mumbai. I love other cities as well. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to create a political storm out here, but yes, it's a personal belief that I want to share. And
But that's
really,
a nice compliment.
yeah. So thank you so much, Chidambaram. Thank you so much, Venkatesh. I think this conversation we can have a very long one because of the interest factors that we have developed, guys. But I know everybody basically when we are doing this on a Saturday today, and thank you so much, Chidambaram. Thank you so much, Venkatesh, for finding some time out for us and the audience and letting them know that security testing is one of those key areas. The topic is going to be wonderful. I would recommend this session. Don't miss this session in GTR 2022. Thank you so much, Chidambaram. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Aditya. Just really
Yeah.
pleasure talking to
Thank
you.
you, Aditya. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.